Last time on RPG Horror Stories, Milena tries to kill Eugenia out of sheer rage and jealousy. She also gets kicked from the group. And now part 3 of the Horny Bard Saga. Before our last session, one of our players, shy and silent guy playing an economist named Reeves, says he's got someone who wants to join us. This new player seems initially fine. He makes a character named Jay, who's a pilot for the noble house. My character, Adis, is a airform. We also have Gana's swordsmaster, Troy, who's the aforementioned player who rejected the kicked girl. Because there's been a theft of house treasury, the NPC who is the father of my character wants to send Adis and other PCs along with him to a hidden safe house. Troy asks if he could bring his fiancée Eugenia too because she was recently a target of a murder attempt. The father agrees, but Jay tries to argue that Eugenia is a danger to us because she belongs to the Bene Gesserit order. That's a secretive, quasi-religious order with minor Illuminati vibes. Still, there's been nothing to suggest she's got anything against us. Quite contrary. We joke about how everyone seems to hate Eugenia for weirdest reasons. Jay doesn't get his way, and Eugenia comes with us to the safe house. Once there, she takes a bunch of spice and starts having a vision. This is usually GM telling us we have missed all her subtle hints, so here's a dumb one. We were a bit stuck with the plot at the time. She tells us the safe house has been compromised, and unmarked soldiers are coming to kill us. Our Thopter has been apparently sabotaged, and Jay tells us he will attempt to lead the soldiers away and buy us time. He goes, and while the rest of us fortify the house, he says he instead wants to lead him in through a secret tunnel. We are all a bit dumbfounded by this. His reasoning is he is actually helping us by getting rid of the Bene Gesserit, and that the rest of us can escape through the other secret tunnel. He made that up at the spot, while she holds them back, and she won't have a choice about this because she's still recovering from the amount of spice she took. Troy points out that means she won't hold them back very well either. Jay still announces he intends to go ahead with the plan and finds the approaching troops and tells them about the secret tunnel. He then runs back and says he was unable to lead them away. Troy decides that we then need to escape. That's right, through the secret tunnel. We run into the soldiers at the outside end of the tunnel, and Jay tells everyone to run, full knowing Eugenia cannot at this time. My character runs because he's a coward, but Reese, who has a death wish, and Troy, who doesn't wish to leave his wife behind, enter a combat encounter, which looks very tough. Alas, Troy proceeds to roll very well and kill the whole platoon almost by himself. Reese kills one guy and Eugenia a few. Dune is pretty new system, and that means Troy has managed to create a character which is slightly busted. Jay implodes at the DM, saying that Reese told him this was a gritty game and that one guy killing that many enemies breaks his immersion entirely. I don't like that he was able to do it either, but Jay's reaction is off-blown. DM apologizes she failed to balance the encounter, but this does a little to dissuade him. He then exits call mid-sentence. We think it's rage quit, but he discords that his computer crashed. GM calls break. After the break, we trek to the forest to hide, until Jay starts speaking. His voice has changed into that of a woman, namely the horny bard we kicked previously. She had made fake accounts, used software to alter her voice, presumably the crash turned it off, befriended Reese and asked to join our game through him after talking about Doom with him casually to get her revenge on the NPC. Yeah, as of recording this, this is the last entry I see thus far. I'm probably gonna check from time to time to see if there are any additional entries, but honestly, this kind of confirms my describing Milena as a yandere, because, you know, faking an identity just to get back into the game, just to get revenge on the NPC you were jealous of. Yeah, that is very much yandere behavior. Obviously, the infamous real life yandere is worse, but this is still creepy shit. I honestly hope that she didn't get back in contact with this group, but we'll have to see. But for now, this is the end. Gothcat signing out. Thank you and goodbye.